Hello and welcome or welcome back. Today we're just going to be playing some Killing Floor 2 and just talking about stuff. So, yeah, I'll just stop rambling and we'll get right into it. Ooh, I keep forgetting I can sprint in some games. Ooh, oh shit. It's been a minute since probably a week, since I played KF2. This place looking familiar though, guys. I don't know if I said it, but thanks for chilling, as always. Anyway, so I watched a movie the other night, so I guess that's what we're going to be talking about. It was actually pretty good. We'll get into that in a second. Let's just burn these bitches. Bash his head in. Burn him. There we go. We're good. Anyway, oh shit. There we go. We'll do that. I watched this movie. I was wanting to find something new. I was like, I want something that I haven't seen, not a classic, nothing like that. You know what I mean? So I'm going through Amazon Prime, and I found a movie. I recognize the actor. I think his name is Dominic Monaghan. Is that his name? I can't remember. It's one of those guys that you've seen in a million things, but you can never really remember what it was. So I was just like, all right. So I watched the trailer and it looked pretty decent. It's called Pet. You may or may not have heard of it. I don't know. It came out in 2016. Come on. The movie starts out and it just starts with him and his daily life essentially. He gets up and you see him getting ready for work, and then you find out he's like a what do you like he works at like a dog shelter, but you know it's not a no kill. So that's part of the that kind of sets up the story a little bit, I guess. The guy loves animals, the guy loves dogs, but he's just restricted with his life. Like there was this one part. You guys, I don't know if you guys ever watched Big Bang Theory, but that guy Kripke, the guy with the speech impediment, he's a veterinarian. He's only in it for like a minute. He's only there to like show that it's a kill shelter essentially. Like the guy, they were putting down a German Shepherd, and the main character was just like he didn't want to do it. But then the doctor was just like, "Well, you can take her," and he was like, "My building won't allow it, because he lives in an apartment." And the doctor's just like, or the vet's just like, if you want something in life, you got to take it, and that's something that like kind of sets up the movie, because the entire time too, there's this chick that he's trying to talk to that he sees on the bus, and she just keeps pretty much like not ignoring him, like they'll spark up conversation and stuff like that, but she'll talk to him like he's a new person every time, like. So he's it's setting up that he's just a forgettable guy, very timid, not really outgoing, kind of just stuck in life. And all he wants love, pretty much. The guy he wants to be loved and he wants love and all this. But, so he's obsessed with this chick, right? And she's like a writer or an aspiring writer or something. She keeps a diary and all this shit. Ooh. But she's just a seemingly normal woman, right? So like he takes the doctor's advice or the vet's advice, right? And he'd like, if you want it, you can take it. Well, so the guy just starts cyber stalking this chick, like he learns everything that he possibly can about her online. And guys, I know I don't have to say this. There are better ways of going along doing it. Because I don't know, you'll probably if by the end of the video you'll understand why. Not everything is as it seems. So now, thanks to all the information that this chick just put online for everybody to see, I say it that way because I don't know. I've always been limited of what I do, what I put out. I don't know. I'm more of a private person. I think it's kind of stupid if you put your whole life out on your Facebook page or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, so he like starts stalking her, IRL pretty much. Like he went to a bar just bumping into her. You know what I mean? Like he just bumps into her at a couple of places, and she kind of figures it out that this guy's a fucking stalker. He's a creep. You know, that was pretty cool. That guy fucking went flying. Yeah, firebug. You're not dead. And all the time too, it's just like, well, there's this one like they go back to her apartment, right? And he's like kind of following her home, and she has a roommate, right? And so she just starts talking to this roommate. I don't know. I'm bringing it up because of the thing I'm going to bring up next. So she has a roommate, a best friend, right? I don't know. I can't remember the actress's name, but you'd know her if you saw her. She kind of reminds me of a couple girls I fucking fucked around with back in the day. But, yeah, hold on. We'll finish this. Eventually, there's that whole, you know, that walking scene where the woman's walking down the street, right? On the sidewalk, and she hears the walking behind her. So then she slows down a little bit and then stops to see if the... They do that whole bit, you know, and she turns around and he dips around the corner. You know, it's like a good... I don't know. I always kind of like stuff like that, like a classic, whoa, throwback type thing. Ooh. But then, like, she runs into a hobo, or like a hobo, like, taps her on the... A homeless guy taps her on the shoulder, or, like, you know, runs into her on accident or something like that, and then she pepper sprays his ass. And, like, a little bit later, right, or, like, a couple minutes later, right, like, she walks away, you know, seemingly gone, right? And so the guy follows the bum, right? And then all of a sudden you hear, no, 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 wait, and then bottle breaking, and then him screaming or something, right? So you think that this guy killed him, and you're just sitting there thinking to yourself, why would this guy kill him? He's not a killer. Like, he hasn't been really a killer, you know what I mean? He's just a lonely, crazy guy. But we move past that for now. So like he kind of gets desperate, right? So he since he works for where he works, right? He has access to drugs. He has access to a building that has an abandoned storage kind of part with a basement. So you know where I'm going. The movie's called Pet, so throw that down. And he jumps right over it. But yeah, so then you know he finds that spot in his work, and you know with all the dogs barking too, you're not going to hear nobody screaming. So so yeah, he gets the idea to build a cage down there. Yeah, he builds this reinforced cage in the basement. There's lots of things that happen in this movie that I'm just like, when did they find time for this? How did they get away with this? That's not the point. Okay, that's not the point. So he did all this research, like from what I understand, like perfect dimensions for like a person to, I guess, kind of be somewhat comfortable or something. I don't know really exactly what he did, but like he did it. Oh, I missed that shot. Anybody surprised? I don't think if you're a regular viewer. Oh, yeah, I was aiming up there. If you're a regular viewer, you wouldn't be surprised. So anyway, he breaks into her apartment, right? And yep, drugs her and puts her in the cage, right? Well, she's kind of like, you know, obviously freaking out, and she starts talking to her friend, her roommate, right? And you're just like, okay, she's just kind of like losing it a little bit. She's been locked up for like a couple of days. She doesn't know what's going to happen. She doesn't know what to do. She's delirious, yada yada, right? Well, there's a little bit more to it than that. Ooh. Here you go. Hold this for a second. And I missed like all of those shots. You need to stop. Oh. His head disappeared. Yeah, die, boy. Oh, man, you couldn't have come around the corner just a fucking second sooner. Die. I kind of glanced over the fact that she kind of has like a boyfriend, but he's like a rat. He's a cheating asshole kind of person. You know what I mean? Like you see him at the bar that the guy stalks her to, right? She realizes that he's the guy from the bus and all this stuff, and she's like, "You follow me?" Yada yada yada. So then she gets her boyfriend guy, the bartender, to pretty much beat his ass. So that's kind of what exacerbated things. It kind of went over that. It kind of went past that. But anyway, yeah, okay. She's in the cage, all right, and she's talking to her friend, and her friend's kind of like, what would it be like, talking her down, pretty much calling her an idiot, or like, what are you gonna do now? You know what I mean? That kind of thing, And he's just like, he comes in. And he's just like, the first time I heard you go from one voice to another, it really kind of freaked me out. And he was talking about wanting to save her. And you're just like, is this guy just nuts? Like, is he crazy? Well, he is crazy, right? But she's not good either. So the boyfriend and the best friend, they end up fucking around, right? And she finds out. Well, her and her best friend are in a car ride together, right? And she confronts her, and she starts driving erratically as her friend's just like, please stop, don't do this, and eventually she goes to the side, spins sideways and gets smashed on like the driver's side or something like that. And I think the driver of the truck that hit her died, so there's two people, or there's one person, right? And her friend is fucked up but still alive at the moment, right? Well, the main chick pulls like a piece of glass out of her stomach, looks at her friend, and she sees that her eye's all fucked up, and she's sitting there like, I'm okay, we're going to be okay. Her friend is like fucked up, right? Just in a bad car accident. Well, she takes the fucking piece of glass and shoves it right in her friend's eye, killing her. And she liked it. She liked killing somebody. She enjoyed taking a life, and she didn't stop. So there's kind of where that's like probably the major twist in the story is that she's a serial killer. And she knows what she's fucking doing. And like her whole thing is she just, I don't know, she's like I get like there was a point where they're talking and she's pretty much admitting that she's been like that her whole life. She was just like, if people were to have known what I really was and all this shit and yada, yada, yada. But I don't know if I can't remember if she said that she killed before her friend. I don't think she did. I think she might have just had the urges. Or killed animals. I don't know. But anyway, she's crazy. She's my kind of crazy. I mean, you got to see her. She's smoking hot. I could probably, I do not blame anybody that fell into her trap. But, let's see. Yeah, so, like, he's got her caged up still, and, he's feeding her every day, and she's pretty much trying to manipulate him. Like, because he's just, like, saying that he loves her, Like, he's just like, I love you, I want to save you. I don't want to watch you hurt anybody anymore. He's that kind of, it's a duality thing, because he's doing, like, kind of a good-ish thing for all the wrong reasons. Like, I don't know, like, if someone's a serial killer, like, that's a gray area. I'm not going to sit there and get into it. But he's caging her up and trying to fix her. But he's also a fucking psychopath. Like, pretty much like your perfect incel. Like, that's pretty much what the left thinks everybody is. Ooh. All gamers are. That guy's not a gamer, though. So, neener. And while all this is going on, his coworker that he has working there, he's a big black dude. I can't remember his name. But he's funny as fuck. And everything else. And this, he's kind of just a dick. But, like, I don't know. What would you say? He's kind of a dick, but I guess he's not, because he's probably the most normal person in the movie. There's only, like, a cast of maybe 6 people altogether. So it's a very small cast, very easy to follow movie. But anyway, she's just trying to get him to prove that he loves her and shit like this, right? Oh, whoa, wait, hold on. The fucking coworker. Well, the coworker gets suspicious of him, and he finds her, and he's trying to help her. Well, the little guy she's manipulating, like, she's trying to get the black guy to save her, right? But then the dude comes up from behind him, and before the black guy sees him, she looks up at him and gives him that look like, do it, kill him. If you really love me and you want to keep this all a secret, kill him. And, well, eventually he does it. It not without trying. He starts stabbing the dude in the stomach, and the guy's so fat, like big, he just like, are you fucking stabbing me? He just doesn't get... Anyway, he ends with her tripping the big dude, right? And then she tells him, hit him in the head with the cinder block. And well, he does it, and then he does it again, and then you see the guy's head just pop, which is really kind of jarring. You're watching the movie, and it's not a gore movie. And you're just like, holy shit, they fucking annihilated that guy's head. But, yeah, so and then she tells him how to get rid of the body and all this other stuff and how to get away with it, essentially. And he's all freaking out. And, you know, there's a point where she's just like, I want you to give me, if you give me your finger, I'll know that you believe me. Or I know that you want to, I'll believe you with when you say you want to save me. And I'll let you save me, essentially. So she's manipulating him into mutilating himself, you know. But, God, that, I was hoping it would be right at the tail end of the scream. But, uh-oh. But, he does it, right? He cuts his finger off. I can't believe he redirected like that. He cuts his finger off, and as he's screaming in pain, she grabs the knife and holds it up to her neck. Because she's threatened to kill herself to get out of it. Because she threatened suicide before to get out of it. If I die, then you're dead too, pretty much. You know, they'll find me, your prints are everywhere, yada, yada. But so she grabs a knife, holds it up to her neck, right? And she says, let me out. So he lets her out. And then she's like talking to him like, you know, I do love you. You know, all this other stuff. You taught me this. You taught me that type of shit. And then like she's looking at him and I'm like, and then she kisses him, right? And then she cuts his throat. And you think he's dead. Well, you go back to their apartment, right? Her and her boyfriend are boning. And then she finds an email of another chick she's fucking with. Or he's fucking with. And instead of killing him, she thinks of your boy. She thinks of the guy who loves her so much. Okay, patriarch. Well, guess what? He's still alive and in that cage, but I don't know how she moved it to a storage unit, right? There's the thing of like the questions, right? How did she move it to the storage unit? How did she move him, right? But he's in the cage. He's healed, but his throat's all fucked up, obviously. And you can tell that he's been doing things to prove that he loves her, to make her feel better, essentially. You know what I mean? Like, he's blind. His face is burned up. And what's even kind of crazier is that he's not, his hair's not that long. I noticed that. I was like, his hair's not that long. Oh. So he wasn't really there that long, I don't think. And she's just been going to him. She was like, the only reason why I didn't hurt him is because I thought about you and how much you love me. I'm like, oh my God, I've dated women like this before. Oh God, it's just so funny. In a way, you know, I'm like, okay, that guy's fucking dead, right? Now, that movie was filled with twists. And it was a good movie. Like, wait, he was still on fire. Was he still on fire, or did he run through a fire? Die, bitch! Yeah, shit aim. Shit aim wins the day, guys. I'm not going to make it, so I'm just going to dance. Yeah, boy. Fuck you. Well, if you stuck around this long, I really appreciate you. I don't know. Have you seen that movie? It's pretty good. I don't know. I wasn't. It was between that or what is that movie with America's Sweetheart, Ezra Miller. We need to talk about Kevin. I'll probably do that one soon. Man, mostly because that little bastard pisses me off. But anyway, I don't know. If you got any movie suggestions, you can leave them in the comments. Join the Discord. It's fun over there. I haven't been there. I'm in there like once or twice a week. I'm trying to be there more. I've just been busy. You know, shit just keeps coming up. I feel terrible about it, but we still talk. You know, we're still talking in the Discord and the general chat and all that. So I mean, it's still relatively active. But everybody there's awesome. You know, I haven't met one person that I haven't gotten along with, so it's been really fun. But I'll stop ranting and rambling and let you get on with your day or night. If you would just please consider doing all the things that YouTube likes and that I appreciate very, very much. Thank you so much for hanging out. It really does mean the world to me. You have a good one, and I'll catch you on the next one.